How's it going, guys? This is Jacob with H.I.T with another video, and so this is from August 7th 2025. This is legs and abs is what we're doing today. I did individual clips for each exercise. So for this exercise, it's going to be leg extensions superset with squats. So we're just going to start off with slow and controlled leg extensions. I have to do a voiceover on these videos because there's music playing in the background and I don't want to get copyrighted. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go one set to failure on these leg extensions, and then we'll move immediately on to a set of squats. Each rep is controlled. A few seconds on the way up, hold for a couple seconds, lower slowly, and just go to positive failure. I shoot for 10 to 15 reps on the leg extensions, and then squats I shoot for 8 to 12 reps. For the weight, we have 160 on the leg extensions, and then when we move over to squats, we'll have 175. So the idea here is we want to use an isolation exercise, which is the leg extensions that isolates the quads, and then when we move on to squats, that'll be our compound exercise for the legs. You're going to get a lot of squat you're going to target the quads with the squat, but also your back and your glutes come into play, and your hamstrings. And so since we pre-exhausted with the leg extensions, the quads, when we do these squats, those other body parts will help us take the quads beyond the normal point of failure, is the idea. So I believe we did 11 reps maybe there on the leg extensions. We moved on to the squats now. Same thing with the squats as the leg extensions. We just kind of slow and controlled. There's no jerking or sudden movement. And so I believe we get around 10 reps here. Once we get done with the squats, we'll move on to hamstring curls. And so typically what I do is I'll work out or lift weights one day, like legs and abs right now, then I'll take 2 days off, and then I'll go on to, I think, shoulders and arms will be my next workout. So 2 days of rest in between each workout. So we just hit failure there on the squats. Now we'll move on to hamstring curls. All right, here we go again. Second clip, all cropped into the same one long video, but hamstring curls. So we don't do a warm-up set for these because we're already warmed up in the hamstrings from the squats. We're just going to take this set to failure, and that'll do it for the hamstrings. Whenever I didn't include this in the video, but whenever I do my warm-ups for the legs, I'll do squats. So I'll do 3 sets of 6 reps each set for warm-ups. Once I get done with that, then I'll move directly on to the leg extensions and the squats. And so the legs will be warmed up. Now you can do warm-up sets for the hamstring specifically if you want to for the hamstring curls, but it's not really necessary since we've already warmed them up with the squats. Now after these hamstring curls, we'll move on to a set of calf raises, and we don't do a warm-up set there either. I probably should, but I don't. I just like to go right into it. So once we complete the calf raises, we'll move on to a set of hanging leg raises, which I'm supposed to be able to take hang from a bar and raise my feet up. I need to go all the way up, but I'm not capable of doing that right now. So I just do like half leg raises till I build up enough strength. But regardless, we just finished those hamstring curls there. One set to failure. We'll move on to calf raises. Alright, here we go for the calf raises at the end of the hamstring curl clip. Kind of got cut off there on the last sentence, but we moved on to the calf raises now. And I forgot to mention, for the hamstring curls, we went 90 pounds for a set to failure. And right here for these calf raises, we're going to use 85 pounds in each hand, dumbbells. I'm going to use wrist straps so my grip doesn't fail before my calves do. And we're going to go for 10 to 15 reps to failure. And I know some of these exercises that I'm doing, especially the calf raises, I could find a more optimal way to do it, but since I work on the boat and I have limited equipment on the boat, so I don't have to keep switching back and forth on my exercises, I just go ahead and do the same exercises on the boat as I do at home, so that way I can track my progress. Makes it a little easier. So same thing with the calf raises. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just gonna take it to failure. Slow and controlled movement throughout. No jerking of the weight. And I use that bar there. I try to stay as straight up and down as possible. And I use the bar for balance, so I don't fall forward or backwards whenever I'm doing these calf raises. I've got a slight forward lean. I should have probably kicked the calf block a little farther forward, so I was a little more up and down. But once I got into the set, I just decided to keep rolling with it. I think we get around 14 reps here. That's what I've been averaging on the calf raises. We've been eating in a calorie deficit, so I'm not looking to really build any muscle. So I'm not going to increase in reps or weight very much. Every once in a while I might go up a rep or two, but then the next workout I might go down a rep or two. And so, but I've been pretty well maintaining and staying pretty well the same on the reps and the weight for most of my exercises, which is, it's not a bad thing. At least I'm maintaining, especially with my weight fluctuations. But so we just completed that one set of calf raises a failure. Now we'll move on to hanging leg raises. Alright, here we go again. This is one set to failure of hanging leg raises. Use a chin up bar. Place my hands above my head in an overhand grip. Use wrist straps so again my grip doesn't fail before my abs do. And looking back, I probably should have used a higher bar than this one, because as you'll see, as I lower my feet after each rep, my toes are touching the ground. I could have either used a higher bar or maybe kept my toes pointed a little more upward. Either way would have worked. But you see here, I'm only going about halfway up. My goal is to be able to reach all the way up to the bar, which is supposed to be the correct way to do these, but just haven't got that core strength yet, I don't believe. So, and these here I wasn't as satisfied with these as I usually am. It was a little more quick of a movement, but as I reset at the bottom, I'm trying to avoid using momentum going up with my legs. Trying to just engage the core. And we'll get 10 to 11 reps here. It gets pretty difficult there right at the end, and this will just be one set to failure. Once we start eating in a surplus. Maybe we'll add some more exercises, maybe try to find ways to increase intensity as well. But for now, this is going to be kind of our legs and abs routine. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.